Greetings, nerdlings. Welcome back to That Nerd Mama Life. How's everybody doing today? Hi, Ellie. How's it going? I know, right? Hey, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. It's all about the process, right? Oh, there's my cat. That's Tyrion. I just realized I tried not to put my glasses on because the glare from my camera washes out my eyeballs, but I can't read what you're saying, so I should probably put those on my face. Cat. Yes. Cat. Cat. By the way, check this out. I stole these from my daughter. Just in case you're feeling a little extra. Extra. I'm my own spotlight. Check that out. By the way, if he looks severely stoned, it's because I just gave him catnip. Which, he's been a pretty good boy today, so he got a scoop this morning and a scoop tonight, so. So, I'm still coming up with a little bit of a format for my videos, but for right now we're going to do nerd news. So in nerd news today, one more sleep, guys. One more sleep. And it is the season premiere of season 8 of Game of Thrones. I am super excited. I just can't even. There are so many things that I am dying to see this season. Fan theories either confirmed or killed. I'm excited to see which characters survive, which characters unfortunately die. There's plenty of, fan theory videos, and, I actually follow a couple of them. And there's quite a bit that people are excited for, hoping to see. I, unfortunately, will not be doing any spoilers. None at all, even for previous seasons, because I don't know who's watched it and who hasn't. So, the internet is dark and full of spoilers. You'll not find it here. I am such a Game of Thrones fan that this little guy right here, this is Tyrion. I named him after my favorite character in Game of Thrones. And Tyrion is a dwarf, and he's called the Imp. And that's kind of what he is. He's my little house imp. He gets into lots of trouble usually, but right now he's kind of mellow, which is kind of weird. Hi. In other nerd news, they released the trailer for the last episode of Star Wars today. Rise of Skywalker. I am also very excited about this. It's supposed to come out in December, so yay for Christmas. Hurry up and be December already. That's all I gotta say. I of all the fandoms that I love, Star Wars, absolutely 100% my number one thing. Like, if you could see the rest of my living room, which eventually I'll do a living room tour, but it is completely, almost entirely covered in Star Wars stuff. I have all the DVDs, all the movie posters, and I have a collection of Hot Wheels Star Wars related. Okay, yeah. Sorry, Allie, I love you. I don't like winter either. Sorry for people in Alaska. I miss you guys. I love you. I'm sorry, but Star Wars. Sorry. Hashtag sorry, but not sorry. I cannot wait to see the new one. It's honestly one of those things that I have been so glad have made a resurgence in my daughter's time, because it's something that I have been passionate about my whole life, and it's something that I can share with her. And it's been a complete thrill to be able to share my love of Star Wars with her. In fact, hi. She's over here drawing. We'll do a video with the family at some point, just not today. Star Wars, I mean, I was almost predestined to be a Star Wars fan. My mother actually wrote in my baby book when I was little that I was born the year that the Return of the Jedi came out. No lie. Eventually, I'll post a picture of it to prove it. It's legit written in my baby book that Return of the Jedi was the movie of the year I was born, 1983. Yes, it was bound to happen. Bound to happen. So I'm always excited when anything in the news about Star Wars. It's I don't care what the critics say. Star Wars is awesome. Prequels, originals, the new ones, it's all Star Wars to me. It's always going to be my passion. Anyway, so moving on to today's topic. What makes someone a nerd? You know, we all have our preconceived notions about what makes somebody a nerd. Dictionary.com actually defines it as an intelligent but single-minded person obsessed with a non-social hobby or pursuit, or a person considered to be socially awkward, boring, unstylish, and etc. Now, honestly, partly true, partly not. Not all nerds have to be Einstein intelligence, nor do they have to be antisocial. Nerd to me means someone who has a passion for something, and it's usually stuff that's pop culture. Or it's stuff that is completely obscure. A nerd is somebody who has an expertise in something and has their 100% passion in. Now, the old stereotype, and we all know the stereotype, you know, the nerdy glasses with the tape on it, and suspenders and pocket protectors, and I'm gonna go roll a d20 for a crit hit. No. That was the old notion. Now you move along to today. Today's pop culture has exploded in the nerd scene. Everything that used to be considered nerdy or geeky or antisocial is now the hottest thing in pop culture today, if you were to talk to anyone in today's culture, they could give you at least one thing that is nerd related that they love. Whether that's comic books or movies or books or TV shows, they have something. Right. My husband just said Big Bang Theory. It's lasted 12 seasons for a reason. It's because it's got such a pop culture following now. It's giving us permission to be a nerd. It's made being a nerd cool. The more you know about D&D, Star Wars, Harry Potter, Big Bang Theory, Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy. It's given us, who used to feel like we were kind of in the background. We weren't considered cool. We weren't part of the cool kids. We're now allowed to be ourselves. It's okay to be a nerd. It's awesome to be a nerd. I consider myself a nerd because I know way too much about Harry Potter. I've read all the books, watched all the films. I'm Team Hufflepuff, by the way. Go Badgers. I love being a nerd. I love hanging out with people who are nerds. I love sharing my personal passions with people. And it just so happens that most of my passions are nerdy. Yes, I am still socially awkward. But I don't really think that's because I'm a nerd. I think that's because people build stereotypes. And sometimes it's hard to get rid of those stereotypes. The great thing about the nerd stereotype is because of the surge in comic book movies and science-related TV shows, we're getting to see a whole new genre of its own, which is amazing. We have our license, geeks. It's okay. We are the cool kids now. Because people aren't talking about sports as much as they used to. They're not talking about drama TV as much as they used to, and thriller movies and stuff like that. The ones people are going to see and are talking about are things that people like me growing up kind of hid in the closet a little. And now I can bring that out because there's so many of us now. You look on YouTube or Facebook or any social media, the surge in nerd-related culture is absurd. It's ridiculous. It's mind-blowing. I am so proud to be a nerd. I used to not feel that way, but I do now. And I can't wait for this channel to draw more people like me that have passions that they used to keep to themselves because they didn't want to be labeled a geek. They didn't want to be labeled a nerd. They didn't want people thinking they were weird. I want this to be a place where it's okay to get down. It's okay to be a nerd. There's absolutely zero wrong with it. Zero. Whether it's comic books, movies, literature, even music, there's nerd music out there too. There is something for everyone. And that's why the nerd community has seen an explosion. It's because everybody, no matter who you are, can find something that you can relate to in the culture. My cat's being rude. You need a timeout? Yeah, kisses aren't going to help you. My cat's a nerd too. But right now he's being a rude nerd. Say hi. Say hi. Meow. Oh yeah. Yeah. Chuck was the one that introduced me to that Boba Fett song. That was awesome. Definitely Ali Al. He's hilarious. Another one that has complete license in the music industry, Weird Al Yankovic. Weird Al Yankovic has been working for decades, creating nothing but silly, nerdy music. And he still sells albums and still sells out concerts when he performs. Still. Even more so now. Because it's okay to be a nerd. It's cool. It's awesome. And there are so many wonderful things that can be experienced within the nerd community. And we honestly need more of that. We need more communities where we feel okay to be ourselves. Well, I love you guys. Nerdlings, that's all I have for you today. Just don't forget, like and share. And make sure that you check out our other social media. It should be pinned to the top of all of my different social media outlets. As always, stay nerdy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.